Morning.
My name is Tom Schroder with Universal's Public Relations Department. We are so excited you're with us this week. We're thankful you're here. You're going to have a great time. You're going to be part of the grand opening of the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. It's an incredible experience, immersed in the history and lore and magic of the Today Show. Then a race through New York unlike any you've ever had before. It's going to be remarkable. That's really one part of what we're doing here at Universal in Orlando. Since 2010, we've opened 25 new experiences, theme park attractions, entire themed lands, restaurant venues. Why? We're building this place where our guests and their families can come together and just spend a great time with each other, be entertained, connect with one another, leave here happy. Forget about what's happening out there, just come here and be with each other and enjoy themselves. That's what we're doing. After this week, we're not stopping. May 25th is the grand opening of Volcano Bay, a water theme park. Why do we call it a water theme park? Well, what happens if you take the people who build the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and everything else and say, do this water park thing? They do everything they do. They bring every skill they have to bear and they create an entire themed environment with remarkable rides, a story, everything. It's fully immersive, water theme park. We're going to talk with you a little bit about that today. You're going to meet two great people. The first is named Jeff Polk. He's the guy who's going to bring this to life every day for our guests. The second is a guy named Ric Florell. He and his team are the visionaries who are creating the food behind what Volcano Bay will offer you. Let's start with a video from a guy named Dale Mason. He's the creative genius behind making Volcano Bay come to life. He's going to tell you a little bit about what the backstory is and what's motivating what this is going to be as an experience. Thank you.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called Kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and then almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're going to get at Volcano Bay.
Looks great, right? I'm very excited to be able to talk to you about it too. That's okay. My name is Jeff Polk, as Tom mentioned, and I'll be running Volcano Bay on a day-to-day basis. But as you can see from Dale's description, the excitement we have for having created this experience like none other, we are beyond ourselves with excitement because of our new third theme park, Universal's Volcano Bay Water Theme Park. And we're excited because we're building and have built a place where guests can actually relax and encounter thrills at the same time or on the same day, but on their schedule. And we're very excited about that because we've got 30 acres of dozens of unique experiences from the daring to the serene. We've tried to make the park very convenient. We've grouped villages throughout the park around a very exciting centerpiece, the Krakatoa volcano, which you can see in the pictures here. And we think it's going to really create an environment for our guests that will be convenient, allow them to be close to the things they need, and really be able to experience a fully relaxing day while they're with us. The wide range of experiences that we have, in fact, we'll find something for everyone. We have white sandy beaches, of course, and palm trees. We have a twisting and winding, peaceful river. But we also have very exciting multi-passenger raft rides. We have a body speed slide that's a tube that will drop you from the top of the volcano all the way down into the waters below. Very exciting stuff. We've added cabanas, we've added beach seating, private beach seating that people can reserve, and actually if they want to have a more personal experience while they're in the park. But on top of all that, you'll hear me say over and over again, what we've really focused on is making the park hassle-free. We want our guests to not have to think about all the little things that usually take over your visit when you go to visit a water park. Like Dale mentioned, carrying your rafts up to the top of one of those towers that has all of those steps. We're going to do that for you. We don't want you to have to do that yourself. The other thing we're doing is technology. We're introducing some technologies into the park that we think is going to really enhance the overall guest experience. With our Krakatoa Aqua Coaster, we're using linear induction motor technology, similar to what we've used at some of our attractions at Universal Orlando Resort. But instead, we're taking a 4-passenger water canoe that maybe will drop down a water slide, but actually be pushed up chutes and ramps and through tubes and actually through waterfalls and make for a very, very exciting ride experience inside of our water theme park. Also, we're introducing Tapu Tapu. Hopefully you've heard about Tapu Tapu. We will be giving every single guest that visits a Tapu Tapu wearable to take with them on their visit. This waterproof wearable will allow them to engage and interact with tap points that are scattered throughout the park. And those tap points will help them to do things like virtually wait in line for some of the attractions. And then while they're virtually waiting, they'll be able to experience other entertainment offerings like Tap to Play, which are interactive and engaging entertainment effects that we've got scattered throughout the park. So as you can see, it's going to be a very unique offering and a unique add to our park itself. We're very excited. I'm very excited. I can tell you, I've been sitting on the edge of my beach chair, I guess, for the past several months, I will tell you, waiting for the grand opening of Universal's Volcano Bay on May 25th. The other thing I will tell you, though, and you've heard this from Tom earlier, one thing that's very important we know, because everybody's got to eat, right, is our food program. And so our award-winning culinary team has really done themselves to another level. You won't believe what they've created. And somebody that's going to tell you a little bit about that is the guy that runs the food program here for us, Mr. Ric Florell.
Thank you, Jeff. You know, it's great to see so many familiar faces coming back that have been with us as we've been on this incredible journey of growth through the Universal Orlando Resort. So, for those of you that have been with us during that period of time, welcome back. And for those of you that this is the first step for us to continue to grow, very excitingly, welcome. Now, Universal's Volcano Bay is an extremely new water park experience. And since everything here is to the next level, we needed a new level of cuisine to match. So what does that mean? What that means is our culinary team and our food operators has spent the same effort, inspiration, research, trials, tastings, and most importantly, passion, as we have for everything else that we have done, from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter to the new restaurants that you see at City Walk. All of the things, all of the passion, all of the creativity, all of the freshness, all the way that we continue to make food that tastes great and that is part of the experience has been thrown into the effort that we have for food service here at Volcano Bay. It's all about the experience, though. And what part is our experience? For the food group, it's all about the senses. All of the senses. We don't want you here just to eat. We want you to be able to enjoy unbelievable cuisine and unique pieces. We want you to enjoy incredible new restaurants and locations to get your food, and new ways for the food to get to you. We want the food service piece to be a huge piece of the experience. And not only a huge piece of the experience, but from us in particular, we want it to be the exclamation mark to the experience. It's not going to be a separate thing. It's going to be totally integrated, because you're going to spend a lot of time at Volcano Bay. You'll enjoy more than 60 unbelievably delicious dishes across 5 beautifully themed dining locations that are very unique in and of itself. And it'll be a cuisine that'll range anywhere from jerk mahi sandwich to fresh island chicken salad and decadent chocolate pineapple upside down cake, all inspired by the South Pacific. But I want to go back to this experience again, because it isn't just getting some food, it's the overall experience. think back of what we've done. When I talk about we put the same effort and passion into developing this as we did the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Imagine walking around and not having a butterbeer, as you're going to be able to experience the incredible experience. Imagine going to Springfield, not being able to just kind of walk on up to Duff Brewery, get yourself a special brew. Or mosey on over to Moe's and get a Flaming Moe. And imagine, if you haven't been, you should, our newest restaurant over in City Walk, being able to go over and have a conversation with Professor Dr. Penelope Thibault Tinker Twosome at our new restaurant, Twosome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. These are all world-class level. This is the same effort. This is the same passion that everybody in our food service team, whether it's culinary or operators, have pulled together. Now, if you're not hungry yet, here's a little sneak peek at some of the dishes that you will be able to enjoy when we have our grand opening on May 25th. Doesn't that food look pretty good? Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? Or as the Watori would say, waka wai wai? All right, today, if I got a surprise for you, you're going to be among the very first to try and take a look at our entire presentation of food and food service and our signature menu items.